Hey, 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 welcome to the Strong Network podcast with me, Dr. Carla Michelle. How are you? How are you? How are you? Happy days. Happy to a happy week, regardless of what you feel that the day holds or has held. There are some great things in store for you. You will have the background because I am walking as I do this today. It's all about how you use your time. All about how you feel about your time. So, there's that thing about no excuses and nothing that you need to overlook opportunities of doing something that brings you pleasure and that you want to make sure you check that box. And today, I want to make sure I check this box because it is a busy day. It's a good day. So, let's get started. I want to talk about what I am seeing, witnessing, coaching through with my clients is interruptions. I went live this morning on Instagram, and if you follow me on Instagram, I appreciate that. If you would like to, I'm at Miss Carla Michelle, and I would love for you to listen in. So what we have here is interruptions that question our value. So this title is Interruptions versus Value. And what we have to see is things happen, right? They happen. And for many, it feels like it's the end of the world, but it's not the end of the world. This interruption that you may be going through does not mean that something else of greater value, something that matches your value, won't appear. It is a season of layoffs and recession and different things that I don't really like to focus on. That doesn't mean that I don't know it's there. But the reason why I don't like to focus on it is because it can interrupt how you want to show up in life. There's so much going on the news. There's so much happening in families. There's so much going on with health and minds and just love and relationships. There's just so much going on. But the interruptions, if I can allow me to say that, because I don't take what anyone's going through lightly, and me terming it as an interruption does not mean that it's light. It means that it is a part of the title of this episode. And it is here to encourage. What I'm here to do is to encourage you wherever you are, in whatever phase you are in, when it comes to the interruption. And the thing is, that there's power in understanding that this is an interruption. I remember growing up, and I don't think they don't do it the same way they used to do it. But you would get this loud beep, and they were interrupting the regular broadcasting because they were making sure that this is where you went if there was some kind of disaster or something going on that you needed to tune in and pay attention to. So they would test it, and then they would interrupt. As you see it now, when there's something in the news, they will interrupt your regular programming, because they want to let you know some breaking news. But even in those interruptions, they get you right back on track with what is going on, whether it's the program, whether it's the, commercial, whatever, the news, they get you right back on track. And that's what this episode is about. How do you get right back on track when you have the interruptions? And to me, and what I coach on, is recognizing your value. If you are so focused on the interruptions, you're losing sight. You're losing power. You're losing strength. You're losing the opportunity to focus on your value. Well, you could say, Dr. Carla, I don't really see my value. I don't see my value. No one tells me my value. I wish somebody would tell me my value. Well, let me tell you. You're more valuable than you could ever imagine. What you have in you, no one else can do and be or deliver it the way you can. Oh, but you say, I don't even know. I mean, I'm trying to pick my brain and there's things that I want to do, but someone else is kind of already doing it. Once again, there's no one who can do what you do the way you do it or the way you deliver it. Yes, there's so many same ideas. And if any of my episodes, you're going to hear me say that. But the thing is that you're allowing interruptions in your regular programming, in your day, with your job, with your relationships, with your family, with your finances, even with your health, to interrupt what you should be doing with the value that you have, with the life that you have right now, with the time that you have right now. And to get in there and to deliver in a way that revitalizes you, that diminishes the interruptions, that makes them so minute that you don't even spend time with them, it's hard for you to recall the last interruption. Yeah, they happen, but you're not giving time to talk about it. You're not spending a lot of time telling your friend and family about it. You're not spending time being depressed about it. Now, I'm not saying that you don't have the power, you don't have the wisdom, you don't have the authority to step up and be more than you want to be in the moment. But you have to understand that there's a dog behind me. You have to understand that the interruptions are there to even strengthen you, to make you bigger, to make you better, to make you everything that you need, So realize that you can use them. Okay, sorry about the dogs. That you can make them, these interruptions. Excuse me, let me focus back. I'm watching these dogs. You can make these interruptions a part of the journey. I was watching, this is Monday when I'm recording, and I was watching the football game yesterday, Sunday evening football, and they were playing in the snow. They were playing in the snow. And do you know that snow did not stop them? The elements did not discourage them. They still got on that field to win. They still showed up in a way that they wanted to make sure that they had an opportunity to go for a championship. They didn't stop. And I'm telling you, the visibility, at least on the screen, forgive me breathing hard, the visibility on the screen was not, well, I was watching, I was like, if that was me, honestly, they're cold, they can't see, it's slippery, and they're still out there giving it their all. These guys are hitting each other, having to go get checked for concussions, and then coming right back out. They're twisting their ankle, getting it wrapped, and getting right back out there. That's what I'm talking about for you. Well, Dr. Carla, they train, and, well, you should be training. You should be training your mind. And this is a part. I appreciate you listening to these podcast episodes because that's a part of your training. If you take it as such, reading books, a part of your training. Workshops, a part of your training. Whatever you do that will help your mind grow and give you courage and confidence, that's your training. And sometimes it's those interruptions. Not sometimes, all the time, those interruptions can be used for you. They're bumps in the road. They're bumps in the road. When you drive your car, we've just had a whole bunch of rain in California, and us Californians, when we act like it's, what do you do with this? But there's been a lot of potholes on the freeways and on the streets. And even though there's potholes, they even had it on the news. Like, warning, all the potholes, be careful. You could get a flat tire. And it's true. My daughter experienced that. But the thing is, they haven't stopped driving. I haven't stopped driving. Yes, we're aware that there's potholes. Yes, there's awareness. And so you go out there kind of aware of and possibility of it being, but it doesn't stop. It didn't stop me. It doesn't stop thousands and thousands upon thousands of drivers who get on the freeway daily to stop and stay home. So then why are you allowing the potholes, the bumpy roads, feeling non-supportive, questioning your value? Why are you stopping? We don't question the value of the freeway or the highway. We're still on there. We trust that the people who built it, and they're just human like me and you, they have built this highway, freeway, roadways, and we get on them. And we trust that it will lead us to one destination to the other. And so is your life. You've got to trust that even though there's detours, potholes, closed exit, closed on-ramps, construction everywhere, the lines you can't hardly read the lines because they're doing so much work that you don't know what lane to stay in. That doesn't stop you. So don't let the interruptions in your life, today, tomorrow, whenever, even your past. So many of us have held on to the interruptions in our past. How our parent didn't treat us. How we saw the relationship between our parents, or lack of. How our siblings treated us. How our teachers, how the team we played on, or some people are athletes, some people never got chosen on a team, and that affected you. When will you stop allowing interruptions to interfere with how valuable you are? When? I want you right now. You could pause this episode, and I want you to write down what you're no longer going to allow to interrupt your impact, what you're no longer going to allow to interrupt your value, what you're no longer going to allow to interrupt how great you are, how smart you are, how intelligent you are, how wise you are, how good with money you are, how good with money you're going to be, so you are. You're not going to let anything interrupt your goals, your promotions, your leadership capabilities, the way you lead a team, the way you see your family, the way you fall in love, the way you have love, the wealth you imagine, the wealth you desire, the wealth you deserve, the wealth you have. This is your day. This is your week. This is your year. This is your decade. Don't let interruptions take away your value. All right? Thanks. It's always nice to have this time with you. Thanks for listening. Go ahead and share with a friend or not a friend, but share with a friend. I do appreciate all of you who do share to your coworkers, colleagues, family members. I so appreciate it. And when you have the time, and I hope you would make the time, go ahead and give this podcast a 5-star rating. If you would so like, I would appreciate it, because it does help with the algorithm, letting people know we're here and what we're doing. All right. Oh, and don't forget, we have Bold and Beautiful, April 20th through the 23rd. I hope that I'm inviting you. It is, go visit drcarlainc.com, drcarlainc.com, and look under the tab Bold and Beautiful. Come on, it's a beautiful experience. I want to see you there. I want to support you. I want to help you be bold along with you're already beautiful, but I want that boldness there for you. We're going to work on some things. We're going to focus on so much good stuff, as well as you get a chance to relax and dine and laugh and cry and grow. So that's it. That's it for today. Until next time, thank you. And stay strong until next time. All right. Bye.